Hey guys, what's up? New tech! Yes, not music, not RC, but hopefully we'll be able to use this with an RC. Okay, so what we have is the Svat home security system. One camera, one monitor. I found a price on the internet around 120 bucks US, brand new for the kit. It's like, that's pretty cool. I got this off a friend of mine on a deal. I did him a favor and he gave me this. It's like awesome because I wanted something to, check out animals at night in the backyard because I live part way up the Canadian Shield here, and so I've got a huge forest here and lots of animals, so it's kind of like a city zoo with free admission. And we do get all kinds of animals. We get deer, we get raccoons, we get skunks, we get bears, we get moose, general population of animals. Whatever wants to come in our yard whenever it feels like it, day or night. A lot of the animals, though, do come out more at night. The deer, they come out a couple of different times during the day and night, so that's kind of cool. Now this thing does have night vision, which is good up to near total darkness, they say. We will be putting that to the test, of course, in the spring and summer, because with the winter time, of course, out the window, it's white and it blinds the camera. So now I found out a few things about this system that I'm going to tell you about. Number one, it runs on 2.4 gigahertz. You do have up to a 300-foot range maximum, and they base that on a line of sight for 300 feet. So if you're not at line of sight, then that's going to get reduced. You can run up to 4 cameras off this monitor, and it'll just auto cycle, right? So it'll do it about every so many, I think it's 8 seconds or something. They said every so many seconds it'll flip anyways to a different camera. Otherwise, if you only have one camera, you get one. If you got 2, you get 2 to cycle. And you've got dip switches on the back, because you can also change for frequency interference stuff that happens. And I've got a website up actually right now. Channel 1 is 2.411, channel 2 is 2.434, 3 is 2.453, and channel 4 is 2.473 gigahertz. So you've got your basic 4 selectable channels. So I'm hoping one of these at least will not interfere with my Summit once I get my Summit up and running. Then I could actually have some fun FPV with this thing and really enjoy it. I have multi-uses I want this thing for. I don't care about the whole home security thing. Now it is designed as an indoor unit, so it's not going to handle cold temperatures, that's for sure. So you don't want to keep the camera in the house. But great for, monitoring the nursery or your office or a doorway or out the window to keep an eye on the driveway type of thing. I've set it up right now in the room to, you can see my backyard, right? Very lightweight, and you are not restricted to power sources. You have a choice. Either run the power supplies, or you can run batteries in both units. You can run 8 AA batteries in the camera and 10 C cells in the monitor. And I would strongly suggest and recommend that you run Duracells or Energizers, okay, when it comes to the whole battery thing, because you get the most life out of it. So you're not restricted. Great for the RV too if you're out camping and, say you're out fishing, right? And you want to make sure that, nobody comes into your trailer while you're gone. Well, you can record that too, because you can record it out to a digital video recording system or a VCR, right? And so you can be powered or you can be battery powered, whichever, it's up to you which way. I think it's cool that you can put up to 4 cameras on this. I don't have the manual and I've been searching for one, can't find one. Even though it is an older unit, they're still selling just an extra camera you can get for like 52 bucks, which isn't bad, and we'll see how much use I actually have for fun with this, because I might actually even grab a couple extra cameras, just to have even more fun. But anyways, as it sits with just the one, of course, it's going to be steady on that. These are your infrared little night vision LEDs. You've got your antennas look like little satellite dishes, and they say you should, point them relatively to each other for the best line of sight operation. But like I said, that line of sight is going to depend on obstacles in your way for that 300-foot maximum range that they offer. But otherwise, you should be good to go pretty much anywhere within your house with little to no interference. However, I've already found out that I do get interference if the monitor or the camera is way too close to my laptop, because I had the monitor sitting beside my laptop the other day and I fired up a YouTube video and it started to scramble the picture a little bit off and on. So I was like, man, that sucks. But I'm sure I could have straightened it out by just changing frequencies, but I didn't think of that at the time because I also didn't know. I've been doing more and more research and finding out more and more stuff about this thing. I tried it with one of my RCs just on channel 1, so obviously channel 1 did interfere. So I still got 2, 3, and 4 to go through, and I'm going to mess around. Like I said, hopefully it works on my Summit and I can have some fun. If not, I'll see if it'll work on one of my other RCs. Because 2.4 gigahertz takes up an entire large spectrum of frequencies, and you get them far enough apart from each other and you won't have any interference, which is great. So I'm hoping we can pull that off and I can have some fun. But anyways, in the meantime, cute little 5-inch screen, very nice, pretty clear. You have contrast and brightness control as well as a vertical hold. And of course you've got your volume control, which, yeah, we're a little too close, so it's going to feed back. You turn the screen off. Now I'm assuming that if you leave the monitor on, you turn just the screen off, you'll still be able to record because everything should still stay live. Because as soon as you release the button, your picture's back. So it's just, you know, save on the tube, I guess, or, you know, have it set up for your security part so they can't see the glowing light from the screen type of thing. So if you have any issues like that. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's all that switch is for. It's just to shut the power down on the main screen itself and still output it. I have some further testing I still have to do on this unit, of course. You can also hook this up to your big screen TV for the audio and video if you want a really big picture, which would be pretty cool too, you know, because then you get a much larger view. Now, on the back of this thing, of course, there's where all your dip switches are for your cameras. I'm on channel 4 right now on the monitor, channel 4 on my camera. Boom, they sync up. Your controls here, your output jacks, and of course your antenna, which can actually rotate pretty decently. It's got a pretty good rotational amount to it. And we'll flip that around. And you can do this stuff live too with switching channels. You know, so we go to channel 3, gonzoed, you know, 2, 1. 1 and 4 seem to, you know, on channel 1 to 4 the frequencies are very close. So it scrambles a bit too still. Back to channel 4 though, perfectly clean. You have main power on, and of course you flick it again and you go into night vision mode. And they say in near darkness it'll still pick stuff up, so we'll put that to the big test. We'll see how good that really is in the end. Tilt and swivel on the base of the camera, as well as your camera can rotate separately as well, and you can change the angles to pretty much anything within its limitations. So let's do some testing for you. I'm going to move this thing approximately 35 to 37 feet away, and we'll see how it picks up with the door open, closed, check the audio response, and so on. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've got it set up out in my living room, which is about the furthest I can get away with for where my hydro plugs are located. And right now my door is closed, and it has a little bit there, so I've pointed the antenna on the other unit towards this one. So let's just change that around a little bit, see if we get any real interference. Doesn't seem to be too bad. Okay, so let's do an audio test. I'm going to go out to the other room, start talking, and have my door closed.
Okay guys, I'm right beside the camera now. I'm sure it's definitely picking that up. Close. I can't think. There we go.
2, 3.
All right, so I'm not sure how much of that got picked up. I guess we'll find out when I play back the video. And so I'm gonna shut the camera off, turn it back on. So just a basic test, you know, for some distance. You know, that's about 33, 37 feet total, you know, give or take. And it works really well, you know, not too bad there. And that's on channel 4. On channel 2, I've never even seen a hiccup doing that. So it is a really good system, works really well. There's my, let's see if that'll clear up a bit. There we go. Good system, works really well. So I've seen it for about 120 bucks, brand new for the kit online. I think that's more than fair. You can buy these things used, one camera, one monitor, you know, from places like Craigslist, eBay and stuff. There was an average price given between, you know, $31, $37, you know, and that's fair, you know, for a used kit, especially if it's in really good shape. And you can still get new cameras to get extra cameras and go up to 4 cameras. However, they do recommend not exceeding 3 cameras for some reason. You know, certainly you can go to 4, which, you know, it says it can do that. We'll have to put that to the test. You know, I'm just going by what I'm reading on a website about this thing. But they have a main list of applications: baby child monitoring, door entrance monitoring, record home videos and parties, pet monitoring, guest and visitor monitoring, store and business, patient monitoring, contract for monitoring, you know, and whatever you want to do. Like, have a lot of fun with it, you know. I'm certainly going to try and get it to run on an RC without any problems. And if I can, well, I can have some cool FPV video footage and not even have to go out and buy like a fat shark set, you know what I mean? So that'll be pretty cool. And if it does work really well, just in the backyard tests, well then we'll definitely have to invest in a whack load of C batteries and some more AA's for sure for the camera, and maybe take it out to the trails this summer, and you know, I'll sit somewhere in the hiding and I can monitor stuff, and you know, I can also put my FPV camera on the summit at the same time too, you know, and that'll be a lot of fun, really. So, I mean, just because it's like a security thing doesn't mean anything. I mean, you can do a lot of things and have fun, and but just be aware that objects are going to restrict how things get picked up too, you know. And it'll be a lot of fun to see what all I can pull off. I'm really interested to see how well the night vision part is going to work in the proper, you know, type of yard, like with no snow, because with the snow it blinded it too much. So we'll see how it goes. Looking at an overall, you know, star rating, because I know a lot of you guys want that in reviews, of what I think of it out of a score of 5. Well, it's not perfect. So. But, so it's not going to get a 5, that's for darn sure, nothing ever does. I'm going to put this thing at a definite, you know, I mean, for price point, picking them up used and still in great shape, you know, the fact that you can still get more replacement cameras, you can add more than one camera, which is kind of nice, at least that's what I'm reading. We'll put that to the test. Et cetera, features, ease of use. You know, it's so simple and easy to use. You don't even need a manual. But some people might, especially if you're going to go with multi-cameras, I guess. All in all, I'd say definitely, I don't know, I'd definitely give this thing a good solid 3 3/4 out of 5. I mean, it really does deserve it. I mean, it can't be used outdoors, definitely in cold weather. You know, you don't want it outdoors and listen to the wind howl. But I mean, if you're just, you know, doing indoor stuff, like what it's actually designed for, you know, that's where, you know, you can say, okay, for what it's designed and meant to be, let's give her a 3 3/4. You know, you can't use it outside, but I mean, you should realize that before you go and buy it. If you want an outdoor unit, you buy an outdoor unit. It costs you more money, you know. So I'm not going to be hooking this thing up outdoors, you know, year round or anything like that. And I'm only going to use the thing when I want to use it, and I just jam it out my window here, set it on the shelf, and I can watch the Animal Kingdom at night, you know what I mean? So I have my own purposes for the thing. Plus, like they say, you can use it for parties and stuff too, among other things. So it does have a lot of uses. I am in a single floor house, so I can't tell you how well it's going to react in like a multi-level house or a two-story house. But I mean, the more stuff you have interfering with line of sight systems, the shorter the range is going to be. But at least you got 300 feet on the line of sight. So as you know, cobble obstacles in your way, things are going to get reduced. So you will find the limits. But otherwise, yeah. So that's where we're sitting. But I thought you guys might like something a little different than music and RC, and I did promise you guys that I would do reviews still on, you know, stuff that's everyday stuff that I used to always do anyway. And I do have a few other things in hiding right now that will come out from time to time, you know, because I am trying to concentrate my channel mostly on music and RC and music together, you know, in my RC videos with the music stuff. So I like to try and keep that, you know, pushing forward that way. But otherwise, yeah, I'm still going to do the odd thing here and there for you. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's a pretty neat little system, and for what it's made for, it certainly does a really good job. You know, black and white systems are still being sold brand new all the time, even from Svat. You know, they still carry black and white. If you're on a bit more of a budget, but if you want color, I'm sure you can get color, but you're going to pay money, you know, for color systems. And color is really good if you really need it for the security part, you know. As far as, you know, if you're worried about somebody being in your house, I mean, it's easier to identify somebody, you know, when it's in color than black and white. But black and white, it has its limitations, right? So you got to kind of use it within limitations for what it is. But otherwise, certainly, definitely cool. So let me know what you think. Feel free to leave your comments and questions. You know how it works. And I'll do the best I can to get back to you with information. And as I find out more, you guys will. And once all this stupid snow is gone, we can try some night vision stuff and see how well the night vision really does work. I can do an indoor test, and I'll see what an indoor test is like in the house here. And just to, you know, because of the darkness level. It says near darkness it's good for, so we'll see how well that works. But then, of course, we'll do an outdoor thing too once all the snow's gone. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video, guys.